This video, I'm going to work through a price discrimination problem and hopefully demonstrate that price discrimination can actually have some positive social outcomes. So I'm going to start by assuming that we have a pharmaceutical manufacturer that's making a drug and is considering selling the drug in two countries, rich country and poor country. Now, it costs the pharmaceutical manufacturer the same amount to produce the drug, whether they sell it in rich country or poor country. And so we're going to assume that it's a half per unit in cost. And then the key difference is in rich country, because they're rich, they have a demand function of Q equals 20 minus P. And in poor country, they have a demand function of Q equals 5 minus 0.5 P. Tuck that over there. And so we'll start by just putting the price and quantity. So if we have a quantity for the rich country and quantity for the poor country, and then total quantity. So if we sell at a price of 1, the rich country is going to want 20 minus the price of 1. And the poor country is going to be able to buy 5 minus 1/2 times the price of 1. And so we would have the rich at a price of 1, the rich country would buy 19, the poor country would buy 4.5, for a total of 19 plus 4.5 or 23.5. Let's assume then, we'll just take this and fill down and then we can fill down our quantities. And if we assume, for simplicity's sake, for simplicity's sake, we're just going to fill this down. And where this goes negative, we're going to delete that because it's not relevant. Can't sell a negative amount of pharmaceuticals. So what we have now is total quantity, and then total revenue would be equal to total quantity times total price. So we can see revenues start low and rise, and they kind of peak here with a sale of 12 to the rich country, 1 to the poor country, for a total quantity of 3 at a price of 8. And then they start to fall again. So we have kind of rising and then falling. And then profit will equal the total revenue minus the total cost. And like I said, I'm going to assume for simplicity's sake that cost is 0.5, so times the total quantity sold. $11.75. So now we have profit maximization. It happens actually right at the point slightly past the maximum revenue. So here we go. Okay, so if the pharmaceutical company was going to sell at a single price to both the rich and the poor country, the rich country would get 11 units, and the poor country would get 0.5 units. And they would both pay 9. So now, if we can engage in price discrimination, meaning that the rich country, that the pharmaceutical company can charge a different price in different markets, let's see how they would behave. And so we're going to split the market. by looking at the maximum profit that they could earn in each country and allow the pharmaceutical company to charge a different price. So I just copied over the price and quantity estimate for the rich country, and then their total revenue then, total rev, is going to equal the price times the quantity. I can copy that down. And we can see it maxes out. I'll just get rid of this. Right. You can see that the maximum revenue is at 10. And then profit, since it still costs a half a unit to produce, it'll be total revenue minus quantity times 0.5. So bring that down. And what we can see is that the profit maximizing quantity is actually 10 in the rich country. So actually going to sell a little less, but at a higher price, right? So in the where they were not discriminating between the rich and the poor country, they were going to sell 11 units in the rich country at a price of 9. Now they'll sell 1 less unit to the rich country and at a slightly higher price. Let's move over and make a little space. And then we can, more countries, demand function down. And let's copy the price. Poor country is 5 minus 0.5 times the price. And so copy that down, right? And clear our fill. I want to clear. There we go. Give us a little more space. Put that over there. Put that over there. Oh, really? I want to put that over there. Total revenue is equal to the price times the quantity. Copy that down. Right, so we've got maximum total revenue at 5. Profit is going to be total revenue minus 0.5 times the quantity. So what we find is profit maximized at a quantity of 2.5. So what happens? The communities, the respective communities, get 10 and 2.5, right, for a total of 12.5. So the total quantity is equal to, let's put this under price discrimination, total quantity is equal to 2.5 plus 10. Under no discrimination, the total quantity is 11.5. Profit under price discrimination for the firm is 95 plus 11.25. Profit under no price discrimination is 97.5. So what we can see is the community gets, the overall community gets an additional unit of the pharmaceutical, but it's a transfer, right, from, we go from having 11 units going to the rich country and 0.5 units going to the poor country. 1 unit gets moved from the rich country to the poor country. And then the producer makes additional 8.5 in profit. So if you think of the overall social good as how much pharmaceuticals get out into the market, we actually have under price discrimination, right, where we segregate the market into segments, and we charge each market the maximum that they're willing to pay or able to pay. We actually wind up producing more overall product. And so therefore the world is better off because there's more product out there. And the firm is better off because the firm winds up making more money. So price discrimination actually can create an increase in social welfare, right? Again, we wind up with a larger global supply of the good, and the firms actually get more profit. So that's a quick demonstration of the benefits of price discrimination.